I accidentally activated the base's emergency alert system during my first week. I was assigned to the communications center, basically the nerve center for the entire base. My job was simple: monitor radio frequencies and log routine messages. Nothing complicated for a brand new private who'd barely finished training. Day 3 on the job, I'm sitting at this massive control panel that looks like something from NASA. Hundreds of buttons, switches, and blinking lights. My supervisor Jake had shown me the basics, but honestly, most of it was way over my head. Around 2 a.m., I'm half asleep when this red light starts flashing on panel 7. No idea what it meant. Wasn't in any of the manuals they'd given me. I tried calling Jake, but he was off duty and not answering. So I did what any logical person would do. Started pressing buttons to make the blinking stop. First button did nothing. Second one made the light blink faster. Third button seemed to turn it off. Problem solved, right? Wrong. About 30 seconds later, every siren on base started wailing. Not the regular test sirens, the apocalyptic ones that mean incoming missiles or chemical attack. My radio exploded with panicked voices. All units, this is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. DEFCON 2 activated. Seek immediate shelter. I'm sitting there in complete horror, watching through the window as thousands of soldiers sprint toward bunkers. Vehicles racing in every direction, helicopters launching from the airfield. The base commander's voice came over the emergency channel, deadly serious. This is General Parker. All personnel implement lockdown procedures immediately. This is a real-world event. That's when I realized what I'd done. That red button I'd pressed, it was the master alert for incoming hostile aircraft. I just told the entire base we were under attack. Within 5 minutes, Jake burst through the door, still in his pajamas. What the hell is happening? I pointed at the control panel with shaking hands. I think I broke something. His face went white as he looked at the system status. You activated Code Red Alpha. Do you understand what that means? I shook my head, too terrified to speak. It means you just convinced 15,000 soldiers that North Korea launched missiles at Kentucky. The phone started ringing. Base commander wanted immediate status updates from communications. Jake grabbed the phone. Sir, this is Sergeant Williams in communications. We have a situation. False alarm, sir. Equipment malfunction. Stand down all units. But the damage was already done. Fighter jets were scrambling from 3 different bases. The Pentagon had been notified. CNN was probably getting ready to break the story. 20 minutes later, General Parker himself walked into our communications center. I'd never seen a 2-star general before, especially not one who looked like he wanted to personally court-martial someone. Jake immediately threw me under the bus. Sir, Private Collins here accidentally triggered the system while I was off duty. Inadequate training on my part, full responsibility. The general stared at me for what felt like forever. Son, do you have any idea what you've just done? No, sir, I whispered. He listed the chaos I'd caused. Entire base evacuated. Regional command center activated. Air Force scrambling interceptors. Homeland Security on high alert. All because one private couldn't tell the difference between a status light and a nuclear warning system. I was mentally preparing for military prison when something unexpected happened. The general turned to Jake. Sergeant, why was this soldier alone on duty with access to Code Red systems? Jake started explaining protocol, but the general cut him off. New policy, effective immediately. No soldier operates emergency systems without 6 months experience and direct supervision. This never should have been possible. He looked back at me. Private, you're getting reassigned to supply duty. Apparently you're too dangerous for communications, but this incident just revealed a massive security flaw in our procedures. 3 weeks later, the entire communications center got overhauled. New safety protocols, additional training requirements, and physical barriers around critical systems. Jake got promoted for identifying the procedural weakness, even though he was the one who left me alone. I spent my remaining time at Fort Campbell counting inventory in a warehouse. Last month, I ran into Jake at a veterans reunion. He bought me a beer and said something I'll never forget. You know, Collins, that screw-up of yours probably prevented a real tragedy someday. Now there's a display case in the communications center with a big red button behind glass. The plaque underneath reads, "Emergency use only. Collins protocol in effect."